So I don't know if you could tell or not, but this is the first time I've ever run one of these. I figured it can't be that hard. They make the kind with a platform and you stand on it, which really wouldn't be all that different from my 36 X Mark standard. Um, but they didn't have any of those when I went to pick this up. I was actually pretty lucky. They're usually gone every weekend, and today's Saturday, and I called up the first thing this morning, and they said, "Yeah, we got one." So I rented it for the weekend. It really wasn't that bad in price, but they gave me the bigger bucket on it, and I just needed to. This is behind my house. I have a fence that runs along the back of my property, a white vinyl fence, and then this is behind there. It's just all the brush and grass and everything I get from customers' houses. I have a big area where I dump that at a farm, but this is just brush jobs from my house. It's every time I mow my lawn and my three neighbors around me, I always use the walker and I bag it, so it's just dumping the grass. And it's all gotten pretty spread out. So I've been wanting to push this up, and I really didn't have. I don't have that big of a gate opening to get a bigger machine in, so I figured this would be perfect. But I run backhoes, payloaders, things like that, excavators in the past, so I figured how hard could it be? After playing around with it for a few minutes, I got it figured right out, and I had a lot of fun with it. These things are far too expensive in my opinion, but I like it, and I was back there playing around with it, and my wife says, "Yep, I see one of them in our future." So I'll probably end up finding one. I'll find one at an auction or something, and I know it looks like I'm beating the hell out of this thing, but I'm really not. I have this whole video on number two speed because it would have been a long, drawn out video. But so yeah, I'm gonna start searching the auction websites and stuff and see if I can find one at a decent price, and maybe I'll go buy one. I know a lot of other uses I could get out of this. I really don't do much landscaping anymore since I went solo. You guys know that I do more, focus more on just my mowing, and that's it. That's plenty to keep me busy. Um, you guys see the size of my properties, and I mow 74 of them a week by myself, so it's and that's more than I wanted. When I got rid of all those properties from 100 and something down to 74, well, I was down to like 65, which is right where I wanted to be. But I've just, you guys have seen in the past videos, if you've watched them, I've taken some properties back I used to have, and I've picked up a couple new ones. But I'm in that position where I don't have to take on anything I don't want to. So when people call me, I go and look at the property, and if it's property I want to do or I wouldn't mind doing, then I just I do the property, and I charge a rate to make it worth my while. So, and if they don't want it, then it's no big deal. I haven't really lost anything. But so anyway, I don't have much landscaping right now that I do, and I pass most of that off. So it's more just I want one of these. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I want one. So I don't know. Maybe there will be one in my future, and if there is, obviously there will be a lot of videos of it. But this definitely opened this area right up back here. It didn't take that long, and like I said, it was a lot of fun. So it was definitely worth it to rent it for the weekend. And I took it over to my buddies, and where we dump all of our big brush, and him on his buddy's mini tractor, and me with this thing, we were able to push up massive piles of brush pretty quick. So we got a lot of work done. It's definitely come in handy this weekend and paid for itself. So but it just goes to show you, don't be afraid of running something. Grab it, and excuse me, if you need a piece of equipment, grab it, try it out, and if it works out for you, it works out. But you can figure out anything if you really need to. Like I said, I have some experience running some other equipment, but it's been years, and I haven't run any of that stuff. Backhoes, excavators, payloaders, I haven't run any of that stuff in a long time. A little bit here and there playing around, but it would all be foreign to me now for a little while. But it wasn't really that big a deal, and I got it figured out, and You know, that's that. So it's it's definitely something different than what I normally record, something to play around with. But the one thing I was definitely lucky is I didn't hit any beehives. I thought for sure digging in all this pile. Some of this stuff's been here a couple of years, so I thought for sure I was gonna hit a ground hive or something, and I didn't. I was watching close, and I turned on Pandora on my phone, put my headphones in, and just went to town. But I kept an eye out just to make sure because I definitely didn't want to play around with any of that. I didn't want to be getting lit up, especially after if you guys saw my Instagram post the other day when I ran over that ground hive. That those bees got me 3 times in the back of the ear. I look like damn Dumbo. My ears are big enough as it is, and my one ear swelled right up twice the size of the other one. So that was enough bee stings for me for a year, and nothing I want to play around with. But like I said, this definitely opened it up, and uh, as of as of the time right now, me downloading this, it's been probably 2-3 hours since I got done doing this job, and it's already drying right out back there. The sun's hitting it hard, it's beating on it. It's all soft and mushy right now, just from all the grass and everything decomposing that was in here. It definitely made it real mushy. You'll see the tracks, they slide a lot. I mean, the tracks weren't that great on this anyway. They definitely need new tracks on this machine, but it's a rental unit, which means everyone that gets it just beats the hell out of it anyway. But it definitely needs some work done to it, without a doubt. I hope none of this has turned out to be a real boring video, but if it has and any of you think that it has, you would have probably logged off it by now. So for those of you that have actually watched the whole thing, thanks for watching it. And I guess it's just I was looking for something different to record, and I actually went and got this thing without the intentions of even doing that this morning. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, hey, why don't I just set up the GoPro, clip it to the fence, and record. So I don't know. I hope it turned out all right, and you get to see me play around with this thing for a while. And like I said, maybe you might see this in the future, another one of these, or you know, I did run one of these similar to this years and years ago, but it was made by Bobcat, which I would definitely say it's nicer than this Toro by far. But all in all, it's pretty similar. But I definitely liked the Bobcat better from what I can remember of it. But either way, this was still a lot of fun. This little Toro definitely got the job done, and it did everything that I wanted it to do for sure. So I don't know. You guys know me, always buying stuff and working on it. So maybe I can find one that needs a little bit of work or something. It has the same exact Kohler Command gas engine that my Turf Tiger does. So um, maybe I will find one and fix it. Then I'll have it. Who knows? But anyway, enjoy the last little bit of this with some music, and thanks for watching as always. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. There's always something different.